Anime production. What might be the least simple thing on Earth? Adaptions go through many hands for us to see the end result, which by the latest news often has its flaws. Naturally, you'll see studios geared to a specific genre or animation style given what they do best. For example, JC Staff makes forgettable romance, Ghibli makes Disney movies, and Bones makes another season of My Hero. The key takeaway is they don't just adapt one series. Normally they make many new shows each year, but for studios like Ghibli, it's a bit of a different process since they make movies which often take longer to produce. But what if a studio was only made to produce one series? Studio Bind was formed in late 2018 as a partnership between White Fox and Egg Firm. Both studios typically make fantasy, most notably ReZero, with Egg Firm having a bit more show diversity. What makes Studio Bind so unique is that it was specifically made to adapt Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now, as much as there are articles that could tell you the same thing, it actually goes a bit deeper. You see, the studio originally was not meant for any one show to air. It was really a reaction from Egg Firm seeing a greater public interest in anime. And I quote, Studio Bind aims at a work that can meet the needs of fans by creating an environment that focuses on unemployment reincarnation, which, if translated more accurately, would say jobless reincarnation. The key words in this are actually meet the needs of fans, since the article spoke beforehand about how aware the company is of quantity and speed given increased production and that some television series don't reach sufficient quality. How they took it was, we have the funds, we have the scheduling, we have the partnership, what's the show? And that's where Toshiya Otomo comes into play. He's actually not the creator of Jobless Reincarnation. Helmet Head is, but Otomo is important. Oddly enough, he's listed as the president of Studio Bind? Still, he's clearly a hands-on president since he's listed as working on Jobless Reincarnation and Onimai, I'm Now Your Sister, which are two shows both from Studio Bind. Wait, I thought it was just Jobless Reincarnation. Why are there two now? Well, that's because it wasn't completely meant for one series. As I said, more interest, more production, more hassle, more studios. For some time, Jobless Reincarnation was the reason for a new studio, at least on the outside looking in, and the timing makes sense. Anime seasons normally take roughly 2 years to be made, like Tokyo Revengers and Mushoku Tensei. Of course, exceptions exist, like My Hero, since there's more of an incentive for them to produce much faster results and probably have a much larger production team because of that. Don't get me started on shows like Oshinoko. If it tells you a minute after the finale that there's a season 2, production's already started by then. To be clear, Bind first started late 2018, but only released its first series, not including this, in 2021. Again, production takes time. The point is, once proof of concept came to be, it started its next series, Onimai, which 2 years later was released. Now, for the past roughly 6 years, it's been just 2 shows, but there is a new series slated to come out sometime next year called Flower and Asura. Given the manga's subpar ratings, if the show's at least passable, it's a sign that branching out could be in the company's future. A final interesting fact is looking at Jobless Reincarnation's producers. White Fox is never listed as a producer, but Egg Firm is, which makes me believe White Fox financially bought into Studio Bind, given the name came from both companies, bound together, but never worked in production. Again, thanks to everyone for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you next time.